Hey everybody. Oh, ignore this. I had a pin explode on me. So today I kind of want to have some ramen. I usually make ramen in the microwave. Today I kind of want to have elevated ramen, I guess is how I would call it. But come along with me and I'll show you how I get all this set up. Got the water boiling, and what we're going to be doing is we're kind of going to be making like chicken pot pie as ramen. So obviously we're going to have to start with some ramen, and I have some cream of chicken soup, the Papa John's garlic sauce. Obviously you're going to need some chicken. This was fried chicken thighs, I think. And I just didn't want to eat it, so I just kind of shredded it all up off the bones so that I could add it to stuff as I wanted it. I had some of this baby broccoli blend. I don't know if we'll use all of this. I have my 2 eggs. Then we have our sauces. These sauces may change as we continue. So I have first our sauce, which is basically yum yum sauce. I have some sriracha, some sweet chili sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, and some hoisin sauce, some onion powder, Japanese 7 spice. It's got chili, sesame, orange peel, nori, and nori, if you're not familiar, is seaweed. So this has nori flakes in it. Which I don't like big flakes of nori, but I do like the I guess the flavor it gives to other things. So I'm kind of combining both worlds here. I'm doing Asian and Southern at the same time. I like this one because it has this nice flat edge, but it still scoops. So I'm just gonna kind of let that warm up a little bit. And you're going. Oh, and the other thing we're going to use are obviously pepper and some salt. I'm not salting this water because this is pre-cooked noodles, so they don't need any additional salt. There's plenty in there. And again, I don't want a whole lot of veggies because this is just for one meal. The way that I store vegetables, because I only get, a little bit out each time, is I just put all the open ones together in the same zip top bag. So that way when I go to get veggies to add to something, I know that this is the one I need to look in. Getting those in there, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and add my chicken. And the rest of that chicken will probably get used for chicken sandwiches, pretty much anything else I kind of want to eat. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna add a very, very, very sparing amount of sesame oil. This stuff is very strong. You don't want to put a whole lot in. Little goes a long way. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add also some of my Japanese 7 spice. Just kind of let that move all around. Flip these big pieces over, because I don't want all this 7 spice to just stick to the chicken. I want it on everything. All right, so I'm probably just gonna leave that for a minute. Let's start with some chili. I'm just adding a little bit of each of my sauces. I think we're just going to stick with those for right now. Oh, and I did want to add some onion powder. I don't like the texture of onions, but I love onion flavor, so that's why this is good. All right, so these are all done. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put them in a container. Take this side off. All right. Yes, thank you. I hear you. Turn that off. Usually I tear up my noodles. Today I kind of want them big. So we're going to pour our hot water in with our noodles. And then I'm also going to crack my eggs in here because I'm going to get rid of all of that water. So there's my eggs. Cover them with some water, let them hang out, probably for just like a couple of minutes. And I'm not gonna cook them all the way in this. I'm just letting them cook a little bit. That's probably good. All right. So we're gonna put these in here. And you can obviously use more pans if you want. I just don't feel like washing more dishes than I have to. So now I'm going to start actually building this. So we've got our noodles. Get out of there. You're supposed to be in here. Get in there. Turn it back on. Now I'm going to add my cream of chicken. See how nice and creamy that made that? I love adding eggs to ramen. You get this really lovely creaminess that's just, there's nothing else like it. All right, I am gonna add my flavor packet. So then, just gonna add that on there so that my veggies will be all mixed in. And we'll jump it back into this bowl. sure all your stove eyes are turned off. Just gonna give it a mix. I'm gonna add the rest of this water. I wanted to wait and add it here so that it would actually mix in and not evaporate out. Oh yeah, and I'm not gonna put any salt because there was already salt in the flavor packet. I said salt earlier because I wasn't sure if I was gonna use the flavor packet or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I am going to put some pepper in there. Normally I would add butter, but again, the butter was in with the garlic. So let's give this a taste. Y'all have got to try this. It's so good. Anyway, guys, that's how I make my ramen jazzed up. Here you can see it here. I'm about to go sit down and eat it. I didn't use all of these, but as you can see, that was another way that, you know, you can take very simple, very cheap ramen and just add a couple of extra ingredients to it, and you can make it pretty much anything you want to. And don't think I forgot about the rest of that cream of chicken soup. I put it in, ended up needing 2 little pint-sized mason jars. So I'll stick these in my fridge and they'll be ready for another meal sometime later this week. So y'all have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye. I know, it's so hard to be a girl. So hard. What you doing? Oh my goodness. It's so hard to be a girl. Look at him stretch. Look at him stretch.